Hey everybody, welcome to day 85 of the Daily Stoic. Can you believe we're almost at 90? They said we wouldn't even make 2. We're almost at 90. Goes to show what you can do when you want to do it, right? Because that's what we're doing. We're making changes. So let's get to the quote for the day, right? Here's the quote. Short but sweet today. Freedom isn't secured by filling up on your heart's desires, but by removing your desires. So, as I was reading this, thinking about it, pondering it, some of the things that came to me were, as far as freedom goes, do we have more freedom when we have more things in our lives, or do we have more freedom when we have less in our life? So it's kind of what I was thinking about. I was kind of pondering that question, do we have it when we have a lot of things in our lives, or do we have it when we have less things in our lives? And that's kind of where I initially went with this quote. But then as I started thinking about it, it's really more about not whether we have more things or we have less things, but it's more about finding freedom and happiness with what we already currently have. It's about finding those little pockets of freedom in the things that we do every day already. It's about finding that freedom in the choices that we get to make each and every day. For an example, right? An example maybe, maybe you have a 9-to-5 job, okay? But maybe you have a boss who's like, well, if you're here at 9:30, it's cool, right? With that, you could see that as having a little bit of freedom, right? That's a freedom of choice right there. So, maybe some days everything's just clicking and you're there at 8:50 or 8:45 or 9 o'clock right on time. Other days, maybe things just are not clicking. Maybe your significant other is having issues. Maybe your children are having issues. Maybe the school they go to are having issues. And things just aren't working right for you that day. But if you have that little bit of freedom and you can exercise that freedom when you need it, that's really a very, very nice thing to know, hey, I wasn't here today at 9, I was here today at 9:30. But, you know what I'm saying? It's all good. It's going to be okay. And just even having something minute, like that is still having a freedom and still being able to exercise that freedom. And that in of itself is a very, very freeing thought and mindset and perception to have. So that's just one example I give of a way that I think that you can implement this quote in your life. And so I'd be interested to hear what you think about this quote. So please, if you would, take some time, read it, think about it, ponder it, then leave your thoughts and comments below this video, and I'd love to have a conversation with you about this quote. All right? So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And remember, always, let's you and I strive harder to live like a Stoic.